In the last video, we diagnosed a major problem. Keeping all your money in a standard bank account isn't actually safe. Rather, it's a slow and silent bleed, referred to as inflation in the world of finance, and it's slowly eating away your purchasing power. So today, we're going to look at the treatment plan. When we discover a slow internal bleed in a patient, the first thing we do is source control. We have to stop the active bleeding at the source, which might mean a surgical revision and repair the site, or an endoscopy to cauterize the ulcer. Financially, source control is very simple. You have to move your money out of the environment where inflation is attacking it. Leaving your long-term savings in a standard bank account or a low-interest bank account is like ignoring a slow internal bleed. You have to relocate your money to an environment where the bleeding actually stops and your money have the possibility to grow. But the big question is where to actually move that money. When it comes to this, behavioral economics shows us what tends to go wrong. When we realize our savings are falling behind, human psychology tends to panic. It can push us to look for a massive, sudden intervention, such as a financial blood transfusion. We abandon the slow and steady methods and start looking for a winning stock or a winning lottery ticket that we hope can fix it all. But as nurses, we follow evidence-based guidelines. If we catch a slow bleed early and the source of the bleeding is fixed, the patient is stable and the hemoglobin levels are above 7 or 8, then we do not give a blood transfusion. This could introduce unnecessary risks like volume overload or transfusion reactions. Instead, we start an IV drip to maintain volume and pressure. And the exact same rules applies to your money. You don't need a risky lump sum transfusion. In the financial world, this is called dollar cost averaging, also DCA. It means setting up a monthly automatic money transfer into a broad index fund. You set the IV drip, turn on the pump, and you let it run consistently. But if we just give the IV fluids, how does the patient actually get their red blood cells back? The body actually does this itself. The kidney signals the bone marrow, erythropoiesis kicks in, and the body regenerates its own cells over time. And the financial equivalent of this is called compound interest. When you have your steady IV drip running into an investment account, your money earns a return. Then the next year you earn returns on your original amount and the new growth. And the year after, you earn another return on the amount and the growth. And this is how it continues. Your money starts multiplying on its own in the background while you're busy working your shifts. Let's take a look at the math for Norway. Say you set up your IV drip for about 2,000 kroners every month for the next 20 years. After 20 years, you will have 480,000 kroners on your bank account. But inflation would have devalued this money by about 2% every year, which means you can buy less for that money now than you could 20 years ago. But if you set up that IV drip of 2,000 kroners steady every month into a global index fund for the next 20 years, with an average of 7 to 8% return and with compound interest taking over, after 20 years, you could have over 1 million kroners. I'll say that again, you could have over 1 million kroners. That extra 500,000 That is your bone marrow doing the extra work of regenerating your cells, regenerating your money, also called compound interest. There is a golden rule in finance championed by the likes of investors such as Warren Buffett. It says time in the market beats timing the market. In nursing terms, it means you don't try to guess when you should push a massive dose of medicine, which is trying to time the market. Instead, you start the IV drip, keep the rate steady, and give the body the time it needs to regenerate those cells, which is the equivalent of time in the market. You don't need a financial degree to heal your bank account. You just need a system and patience. In the next video, I'll show you how to set up the IV pump by opening an investing account. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon.